upcoming presidential elections. The political season in Wisconsin is really heating up. Edward Jones financial advisor Allison Gilman-Aquino says, don't play politics with your investment decisions. And many of us do. We worry about the campaigns and the promises and if they ever become reality.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, catching headlines always kind of turns people's heads. But really, Kim, if you think back, how many campaign promises ever become reality? You know, the sad fact of it is the way the American government is set up and the way it typically works, radical change is almost impossible to implement, which is why it so rarely happens. Now, I say almost because you know the big story today, Wisconsin making national headlines because of 1 million signatures on recall efforts to force Scott Walker from office and the wholesale changes he made since he took office. But the thing is, at the national level, Congress, it has been painful for all of us to watch as Republicans and Democrats square off over all the debt problems this country has. And really, what do we have to show for it at this point? Not a lot, except trepidation for the future. Small wonder there's a crisis of confidence, rather, in our leadership in Washington as we come up on another presidential election here in November.
So what can we do to protect our investments? We sure can't control what the government does, what Congress does, so what do we do?
You control what happens in your own little world, Kim. You really focus on controlling what you can. I think, first of all, you want to own investments that are taxed in different ways, since I think we all know taxes are probably going up when the Bush tax cuts expire at the end of this year. Look at tax-free investments. Look at Roth investments where your earnings grow tax-free. Make sure that you're putting money into your at-work retirement plan pre-tax so you have less taxable income at the end of the year. You want to stick with good quality investments. They may not always be the most exciting things out there, but typically quality does perform better historically in all kind of market conditions. Stay focused on your long-term goals. Really, whether it's a Republican in the White House, whether it's a Democrat in the White House, regardless of which party controls the governor's mansion here in Wisconsin, typically Wall Street, the stock market performs about the same regardless. The other thing you want to do, Kim, get in to see your financial advisor. Review your strategy regularly. You know, the one thing I can say about maybe an upside to a down market like we had in the third quarter, all of a sudden everybody is very focused on investment performance. It's not like, oh, here's my quarterly statement, here's my year-end statement.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I made money, throw it in the drawer. Funny that when you see a little bit of turmoil, a little bit of upheaval, we're all really focused on that, typically because it has been such a tough market for us ever since 2000 and beyond. So get in there and talk to your financial advisor. If you're one of those do-it-yourself kind of people, make sure that you just kind of take with a grain of salt, okay, I may not like what my investments are doing right now, but do I have the proper balance in my portfolio? And I'm not going to listen to what everybody else is doing. I really need to focus on my own plan.
Sounds like good advice. Thank you. It's 7:16. If you've got questions, send them to us. We'll get them to Allison. You know the address, wakeup6@fox6.com, fox6now.com.